very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the game where you'll be rewarded for knowing obscure rather than obvious facts. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hello, my name's Joanne, and this is Nick. Nick's is my friend from Leicestershire, and I'm from Harrogate.
Couple number two.
Hello, I'm Carolyn, and this is my handsome husband, David, and we're from Reading.
Couple number three.
Hi, my name's Linda, and this is my husband, Barry, and we come from West Sussex, Crawley.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, my name's Ben, this is my older brother, Matt, and we're from Wiltshire.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. A very, very warm welcome to Pointless. It's lovely to have you with us. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. Very much the Empire State Building of constructive criticism. It is my Pointless friend. It is Richard.
Hiya. Hey, everybody. Good afternoon to you.
And to you.
Two returning pairs, Nick and Joanne, welcome back. Got knocked out in round one, so we put them on podium one. Carolyn and David got knocked out in round two, so we put them on podium two.
Helpful.
That's not how it works, it's random.
No, it is.
You pull out balls or something, is that right? Yeah. Round one today is a lovely one.
Oh.
Everyone's going to enjoy
it's
round
lovely.
one. Well, all the viewers are going to enjoy round one. Whether you'll enjoy round one is moot. 6 of you will, 2 of you at the end of it won't. But it's a nice one.
That's the maths. Thank you very much. Peter and Emma didn't win the jackpot last time, so we're going to add another £1,000 to it. So today's jackpot starts off at £5,000. There we are. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. As ever, the pair with the highest score at the end of each round will be eliminated. Very best of luck to all 4 pairs. Our first category this afternoon is the animal kingdom. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and our question concerns breeds of dog. Richard.
Yep, we can show you a board with 9 breeds of dog on the way up and 9 more breeds of dog on the way down. They all have one-word names, according to the Kennel Club. So they've all got one-word names, these breeds. What are these dogs, please?
Thank you very much. OK, let's reveal the dogs. 9 on this board. Here they come. We've got BG, DN, WR, PR, PE, OD, WT, ND, and BF. There we are. Now, Joanne. You just clicked into that. Welcome back, Joanne. Remind us all about yourself.
I am mother of 3 boys.
Yeah, 2 twins.
Yeah, twins, toddler twins.
How old are the twins?
They're just over 2, and they're feral.
What are their names?
Gabriel and Oscar.
Gabriel, well, they won't be watching today because they're feral, as you say. They'll be outside somewhere.
They'll probably be watching Andy's Dinosaur Adventures, to be fair.
OK, well, fair enough, fair enough. Now, dogs? Do you have dogs?
I do. I have a miniature schnauzer.
A few double-named dogs.
Yes.
Oh, that's normally my job.
That's what I checked first.
Yeah, no, well done. Well done. What would you like to go for on our board?
Right, hopefully I'll do better than last time. I'm going to go Weimaraner.
OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said Weimaraner. It's right. And that goes down to 20. Not bad at all, Jack. Gets us off to a flying start.
Yeah, a friend of mine had a Weimaraner, the loveliest dog's called Woody, and you would sometimes, you know, if you walk in like any sort of field that's kind of full of wheat or anything, you see them jumping up.
Yes.
From the thing. It's so cute.
Oh,
lovely Weimaraners.
Dogs. Thank you very much indeed. Now then, David, welcome back.
Hello.
Remind us all about yourself, David.
I'm a semi-retired hypnotherapist. I love cooking and gardening and wildlife and trying not to be too busy in my retirement, but my wife wants me to keep working.
What is the most curious thing anyone has presented to you with the hope that you'll be able to cure it?
There was one, actually. I've just been reminded. A lady who was a very, very successful businesswoman.
Yes.
But was terrified of bridges. And she came to me because she had a granddaughter and she liked to meet her at lunchtime, but it meant she had to go across a bridge. So she came to see me and I actually worked with her on the bridge. So we were in public doing hypnotherapy.
Wow.
And it worked brilliantly. And she sent me a picture of her crossing a rope bridge in South America somewhere to say
wow.
how good it is. So
That's impressive.
It was good.
Good for you. Now, David, these dogs, what are you going to go for?
Well, I think I'm going to go down the bottom, the big black one in the middle, the Newfoundland.
Newfoundland, says David. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Newfoundland. Newfoundland, absolutely right. 20 is the only score we have at the moment, and 37 is where you end up with Newfoundland.
Well played, David. It's fun to pronounce, isn't it, Newfoundland?
It is.
You wouldn't guess if English were your second language.
Oh, you wouldn't.
You would not pronounce that Newfoundland.
No, Newfoundland.
Yeah,
It's quite hard saying,
Like
actually.
Leicester Square.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you'd never know, or Loughborough.
Well, Loughborough.
Yeah.
It's like... Barry, you are welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself.
I work as an electronic wire person.
A wire person?
A wire person?
That's fun.
No, it's not.
I'm just trying to think. That could mean so many things. But no, a wire person. What does that mean?
I fit components and cables into various electronic equipment, medical industry, military.
Right. OK. Well, that's quite fun. What are your hobbies?
I like golf, badly. I like watching sport on TV.
Very nice.
And gardening.
There we are.
Yeah.
Very good indeed. What about dogs? Do you have dogs?
I don't have dogs.
Have you ever had dogs?
I've never had a dog.
OK. What are you going to go for? Oh, boy.
I think I'm going down the bottom as well with Whip It.
Whip it. Let's see how many of our 100 people said whip it. Whip it is right. Oh, 73 for whip it.
It's a big old score. Yeah, there's an international World Series of Whip It Frisbee, which is an official sport.
Where you throw a frisbee and the whip it goes,
No, where the whippet throws it and you catch it in your mouth.
I was just thinking, what happens after the whippet's caught the frisbee? Everyone goes, hey, that's good.
Well, it brings it back and then you do it again.
Is it judged on the height that the whippet has jumped, maybe?
It's judged on the height of the whippet. Essentially, tallest whippet wins.
Blue Sasha is how it always is.
The frisbee is meaningless, to be honest.
Yeah. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, Matt.
Hello.
Welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself, Matt.
So I'm a student up at Loughborough.
What are you studying at Loughborough?
Mechanical engineering. So I'm in my...
I didn't know you could study anything other than sport at Loughborough.
Yeah,
I thought it was always
I don't think a
sport.
lot of people do.
Are you doing mechanical engineering with rugby?
I used to play American football.
With American football at Loughborough?
Yeah. Damaged my ankle playing American football, so don't do that anymore.
But it is very sporty, Loughborough.
It's a very sporty uni, but we're good at a lot of things now, which is really nice, and we're kind of expanding our... But it started as a technical college, so our base is very much in engineering, and then sport just kind of got tacked on as we went along, really.
Very good. And there you are, an authentic engineer. Matt, you're the last person to have this board of dogs. Do you feel like filling in as many as possible?
So top left, I think, is a bulldog. Top middle, I think, is a Doberman. Right in the middle, I'm not entirely sure. And then bottom right, I think is Bull Mastiff. So I'll go for the bottom right and go for Bull Mastiff, please.
Bull Mastiff, says Matt. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for Bull Mastiff. It is Bull Mastiff. 73 is the high score, and you passed that. 20 is our low score. There you are, 26. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Well played, Matt. I would have always thought Bull Mastiff was 2 words.
Same here.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I've got a friend of mine is at Loughborough at the moment. I say friend's a whippet. He's studying frisbee. Now, you're quite right about the ones on the top row. There's Bulldog, which would have scored you 91, so well avoided there. And it is Doberman, which would have scored you 48. Now, this how are you with this row?
Pointer.
Pointer is correct. That would have scored you 59.
Pekingese.
Pekingese, yep.
I mean, that's just
Would have
a
scored
funny
you
dog.
50.
That's a funny dog.
Yeah, I mean, each to their own. And what do you think about this one?
I don't know.
It's a something hound. It's the name of an animal.
Ortolan.
Otter hound. Yeah.
There we are.
And that's the best answer on the board. 5 points. Well done if you said that.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we're halfway through our first round. Let's have a look at those scores. Well done, Joanne and Nick. That's what it's like being the lowest scorers. Bad luck, Barry and Linda. That's what it's like being the high scorers. Anyway, best of luck, Linda, with the next pass. I have a feeling you're going to be very good at this. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, Time for more dogs. Here they come, 9 of them. All single-word names. We've got BR, KD, PG, DN, BE, HT, AR, PN, and BI. There we are. Ben, welcome to Pointless. Good to have you. Tell us all about yourself.
So, hi, my name's Ben. I'm a student at Bournemouth University and also doing my placement at an IT company.
That's good. So what are you studying?
So I study marketing.
I see. And how's the placement going?
The placement's going really good, really enjoying it. Get to work in the Middle East and Africa, so get to do some of the social media and employee branding over there, which is really cool. Learning that new culture has been something that's really fun.
Good for you, Ben. Now, what about dogs? Do you have dogs?
I do. I have oh, I can't say what I have.
You better not say. You better not say. By the way, if you can score 46 with your answer, you're straight through to round 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Dalmatian.
OK, Dalmatian. Here is your red line. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Dalmatian. It's right. Well, listen, it's less than 101. Scores 94, takes your total up to 120.
Yeah, slightly tougher board, this one, isn't it?
Yeah,
I have to say. I mean, other than Dalmatian, which is, that is a punishingly high score.
That's a high one. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Linda. Welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself, Linda.
My name's Linda. I work as a nurse, have done for 45 years in the NHS. I enjoy quizzing, and I enjoy cricket, and I enjoy karaoke.
What's your song on karaoke?
Pearl's the singer.
Very nice. OK, now, Linda, you are on 73. 46 or less sees you into round 2. What are you going to go for?
Can I go for the bottom right, Basenji?
Why did I know you'd be good at this? I just knew you would. There is your red line, Basenji. See if that gets you into round 2. It is a Basenji. And it gets you into round 2. And it goes down to 2. Very well done indeed, Linda. Taking your total up to 75.
Very well played, Linda. Welcome to Pointless. Yeah, they call it the barkless dog, so it doesn't bark. It makes certain other sounds. And there's illustrations in the Egyptian pyramids that look an awful lot like Basenjis. They can't be sure, but it looks very similar.
Basenji, I mean, you know, for all I know, it's probably on the table of elements, you know.
So that's, you're thinking of Basenjium.
I am.
Which is the only element to have been found by a dog.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
It'd have been buried under a tree.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Carolyn. Carolyn, welcome back. Good to have you here again. Remind us all about yourself.
Hi, I'm Carolyn. I'm a retired trauma nurse, and I'm absolutely in love with Henry VIII.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I have some bad news for you about him.
Why? What?
I just think, I mean, I love a bad boy. Hello, Richard. So, I mean, you know, he's just so lovely. I love
Do you
him.
like? Are you picturing the young sort of raffish Henry VIII, or the big Holbein?
Hey, I like a bit of a man there, something to grab hold of. But yeah, I
mean, yeah, sure, he killed a couple of his wives, but hey,
Come on.
come on.
There wouldn't have been other wives. There would have been me.
Oh, OK,
Yeah.
gotcha. So the rhyme would have just gone, survived.
Yes.
Carolyn.
Yeah.
Back to the dogs.
OK.
What are you going to go for? By the way, 82 or less sees you into round 2. What are you going to go for?
I'm only going to have to go for Beagle. I can't think of any of the others.
OK, Beagle. Beagle. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Beagle. Here's your red line. It's right, and you're through. Oh, look at that, only just by the skin of your teeth. Needed 82, got 79. 116 is your total.
Barry Manilow is a famous beagle owner. He had a beagle called Bagel, who was on the front cover of many of his records. It's a good name for a beagle,
Good name
Bagel.
for it. Yeah, it is. Can't fault that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Nick.
Hi.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Remind us all about yourself, Nick.
I'm a business consultant, so I work for myself. I've done for about 8 years. In my spare time, I'm a governor at the local school, which is one of the ways I met Joanne. and I run an enterprise club for Year 6 students where they set up little businesses, and it's very sweet.
Oh, now this is fun.
It is.
So half apprentice, half Dragon's Den.
Yeah,
what sort of things? What have been the most
Well,
exciting things?
I go into business with them, and
Yeah.
then so I give them £5 each, and then they have to kind of turn it into money for their prom. Last year we had bath bombs, we had a nail studio, we had an afternoon tea, and we had calendars with photos of the school. And they did really, really well, and they made £400 out of 100, so they did brilliantly.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really impressive.
And it's really good fun.
Now, Nick, there you are on 20. If you can score 99 or less, you
Yeah.
are into the next round. Do you feel like talking us through all these dogs?
Yeah.
Oh, no, better not talk us through the dogs. We might have a tie. I think it's very unlikely, but we might.
We might, OK. I'm going to go boxer and hope it's less than pug.
Boxer? Well, here's your red line. Could not be higher.
It can't be 100,
It
surely.
could not be higher. Let's see how many of our 100 people said boxer.
Oh,
It's right. And you're through with that. 76 is fine. 96 is your total. You're through by miles.
Yeah, they need 2 hours exercise a day, boxers. Boxer dogs, anyway.
Boxer
Actual
dogs.
boxers need even more than that, but boxer dogs. Now, listen, let's just take a little look at pug. What do you think it scored?
Well, the fact that you brought this up, I'm guessing it's going to be 87 or something like that.
86 points.
Wow.
Pug. So quite what the other 14 people said. I don't know. Pomeranian down the bottom there is another fairly big scorer. That would have scored 37. But these are all quite low scorers. The top one in the middle there is a case hunt. That would have scored you 2. The bottom left,
That's a sweet-looking dog.
it is a sweet-looking dog. It's an Affenpinscher. 1 point for an Affenpinscher. They're lovely dogs, but you've got to be careful if you cannot leave Affens lying around anywhere because
nick 'em.
they go
Off they
missing.
go.
And the other one, it's a German dog, and it's a Hovervat. And that
Hovervat.
is a pointless answer. Well done if you said or own a Hovervat.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, there we are at the end of our first round. We all learnt something. Ben and Matt, I'm afraid, though, you are our high scorers. Not wildly high, but high. So this is where we say goodbye. We'll see you again next time, though. We'll look forward to it very much. Thank you very much, Ben and Matt. Thank you. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it is now time for round 2. Very well done, everybody. We made it through the dogs round. Barry and Linda turned out to be our best scorers there. Lovely low scoring there. Almost entirely down to you, in fact, Linda. But best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 today is famous British people. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns people nominated to appear on the next £50 note. Richard.
Yes, all sorts of people from the world of science were nominated to appear on the next £50 note that comes out in 2021. On each board, we're going to give you 6 clues to one of them. Can you tell us who they are, please? We're also going to give you their initials.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 6 clues for nominees for the £50 note. The engineer who designed the steamships the Great Eastern, the Great Western and the Great Britain, IKB. Pioneer in X-ray crystallography, who in 1964 became the first British woman to receive the Nobel Prize in Chemistry, DH. Politician who studied chemistry at Oxford University and became UK Prime Minister in 1979, MT. Astronomer who collaborated with her brother William and discovered several comets in the 1780s and 90s, CH. Theoretical physicist and mathematician whose 1988 book, A Brief History of Time, sold over 10 million copies, SH. And English surgeon who pioneered the vaccination for smallpox, EJ. I'll read those again for you. The engineer who designed the steamships the Great Eastern, the Great Western and the Great Britain, IKB. Pioneer in X-ray crystallography, who in 1964 became the first British woman to receive the Nobel Prize in Chemistry, DH. Politician who studied chemistry at Oxford University and became UK Prime Minister in 1979, MT. Astronomer who collaborated with her brother William and discovered several comets in the 1780s and 90s, CH. Theoretical physicist and mathematician whose 1988 book, A Brief History of Time, sold over 10 million copies, SH. And English surgeon who pioneered the vaccination for smallpox, EJ. There we are, Joanne.
Hello.
Joanne. How'd you like this board?
I know a few, but I've got a habit of picking really high scorers without thinking I'm clever. And, yeah. So, yeah, right, OK. I'm going to go for it. Isambard, Kingdom, Brunel for the top one.
OK, for the IKB, Isambard, Kingdom, Brunel. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. It is right. Down it goes, 42. 42, Isambard, Kingdom, Brunel.
Yeah, there's a flagpole outside Anfield, the home of Liverpool FC, and it's made from one of the masts of the Great Eastern.
That's very nice.
It's cool, isn't it?
Very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now, Carolyn.
OK, I know 2 definite, but I think they're going to be high. So I'm going to go for the English surgeon for smallpox is Edward Jenner.
Edward Jenner, says Carolyn. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for Edward Jenner. It is Edward Jenner. 42 is the only score we have at the moment. And you pass it. 24, very well done indeed. 24 for Edward Jenner, good answer.
That's one of about the 8 things I remember learning at school. You know, when you look back at school and O-levels and stuff like that, because we didn't get really tested or anything in our era, and Edward Jenner and the smallpox vaccine.
So Edward Jenner, relief rainfall.
Yeah, Oxbow Lakes.
Oxbow Lakes, Battle of Hastings.
Stegosaurus.
Oh, we didn't do that. We missed. Maybe I was ill that day. Just Brontosaurus.
No, a lot of dinosaurs we had.
Heavily aided and abetted by the wonderful naturalist.
Charles Darwin?
No, he was at Durham. Begins with B.
Oh,
right. Oh, I'm just going to be very careful and not mention the name of this person. They're not on the board, so I'm not entirely sure.
But there's another
why.
board, though.
Ah!
It's unbelievable that he keeps his job, don't you think? I always find it incredible.
I'm literally hanging by a thread. There we go. Thank you very much. So, now, Barry, do you want to fill in all the blanks for us?
I would love to.
Please do.
The 4th one down I know is something Herschel, but I don't know the first name. And the only other one I'm left with is Margaret Thatcher. So I'll have to go with that.
You're going to go with Margaret Thatcher, the politician who studied chemistry. Let's find out how many of our 100 people said Margaret Thatcher. $58 for Margaret Thatcher. There we are.
Yeah, you're right about Herschel. It's guess her first name, and then it's Caroline Herschel. Would have scored you 2 points. You definitely know the one below. You know this theoretical physicist. I guarantee you that. It is
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking, yeah. Would have scored you 38 points as well. Would have been better than Margaret Thatcher. The best answer on the board is that pioneer. It's Dorothy Hodgkin. Very well done if you said that. 1 point for Dorothy Hodgkin.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, 24, that's Carolyn and David. Well done. 58 is where we find Barry and Linda. They're high scorers there. Best of luck with that, Linda, when we come back down the line, which we're going to do now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, 6 more clues to nominees to be on the next £50 note, and here they are. Scottish missionary and explorer who famously met Henry Stanley near Lake Tanganyika in 1871, DL. Chief engineer on London's Metropolitan Board of Works who designed London's sewer system, JB. Computer scientist who devised a test sometimes known as the imitation game to determine whether a computer can think, AT. Theoretical physicist who was awarded the 1933 Nobel Prize for Physics, PD. Astronomer and broadcaster who presented the sky at night for over 50 years, PM. And daughter of the founder of psychoanalysis who herself pioneered child psychoanalysis, AF. I'll read those all again. Scottish missionary and explorer who famously met Henry Stanley near Lake Tanganyika in 1871, DL. Chief engineer on London's Metropolitan Board of Works who designed London's sewer system, JB. Computer scientist who devised a test sometimes known as the imitation game to determine whether a computer can think, AT. Theoretical physicist who was awarded the 1933 Nobel Prize for Physics, PD. Astronomer and broadcaster who presented the sky at night for over 50 years, PM. And daughter of the founder of psychoanalysis who herself pioneered child psychoanalysis, AF. There we are. Linda, a lovely, fresh board there for you. What are you going to go for?
Oh, my goodness. The only one I know there is the astronomer, Patrick Moore.
OK, Patrick Moore. No red line for you as you're currently the high scorers. Let's see how many of our 100 said Patrick Moore. Patrick Moore is right. Down it goes 53. 111 is your total.
Now, Sir Patrick Moore believed, whether it's difficult to verify, but he believed he was the only person ever to meet Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon, Yuri Gagarin, the first man in space, and Orville Wright of the Wright brothers. He had the first powered flight. So he met Orville Wright and he met Neil Armstrong.
Wow.
Amazing, isn't it?
That's a span, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it just?
Fantastic. Thank you, Richard. Now, David, listen, if you can score 86 or less, you're into the head-to-head.
OK. Tricky. There's a few there that I know the surnames, but I can't think of the Christian names. So I'm going to have to play safe, I think, and go with the top one, which is David Livingstone.
David Livingstone says David. Let's see. Here is your red line. Can you get below that with David Livingstone? Surely. It's right, and you are through. Very well done indeed. Down that goes to 29, taking your total up to 53.
That wasn't the David you were talking about up in
No.
Durham. Oh,
No.
good.
I'm no.
Can you say that person now?
Yeah, David Bellamy. I thought it was a bit weird to have David Bellamy on this board.
He'd be great.
David Bellamy.
David Bellamy on a £50 note.
Yeah. Oh, with his big beard.
Oh, imagine drawing that.
Oh. No, he had a song called Brontosaurus.
Oh,
Remember
did
that?
he?
Yeah.
He'd be hard to forge.
He would be.
Forging that beard. Good luck.
Oh, good heavens above. Yeah. There we go. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Nick,
Famously known for being rubbish at science.
you have to score 68 or less.
OK. The bottom one, I know the second name is Freud, but I'd be guessing at the first name, so I really don't know that one. I'm going to go with Alan Turing.
OK, you're going to go for Alan Turing. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. There is your red line. It is Alan Turing. You are through to the head-to-head. Very well done indeed. 41's what it scores you. 83 is your total. Very well done.
Yeah, and a lovely way to end the round as well, because he's actually the person who's been chosen to appear on the £50 note,
Lovely.
Alan Turing. So that's
Good.
nice. The chief engineer on the sewer system,
Joseph Bazalgette.
Joseph Bazalgette, would have scored you 4 points. Do you know the theoretical physicist? Paul Dirac.
No.
Would have scored you 3 points, and you're quite right, it is a Freud.
I think it's Anna Freud.
Anna Freud, yeah. And that would have scored 17, so Paul Dirac, best answer on the board.
Thank you very much indeed. We are at the end of our second round, so we have to say goodbye to another pair. Oh, Barry and Linda, I'm sorry to say it's you. So this is where we say goodbye, but we'll see you again next time.
Thank you
Look
very
forward to it
much.
very much. Meantime, thanks so much, Barry and Linda.
Thank you.
Right, for the remaining two pairs, it's now time for our head-to-head. Congratulations, Carolyn, David, Nick and Joanne. You are now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for today's jackpot, which currently stands at £5,000. But before we get into the head-to-head, let's see if we can't boost that by finding some pointless answers. Lovely little bonus round here. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many types of hat as they could. Richard.
Yep, I'm going to show you the names of 6 hats on the board. Now, 2 of them are pointless answers. If you can get one of those, we'll stick £250 on that jackpot. However, take care, because 2 of the answers up here are incorrect. Listen, you can't lose any money here, you can't lose points or anything like that. It's just a chance to put some extra money on the jackpot. And at home, 2 pointless answers on the board. See if you can get them.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, here are the types of hat. 2 of them aren't types of hat, of course. 2 of them are pointless. Capey, Toque, Gernard, Homburg, Glengarry, Glenross. There we go. Now, Carolyn and David, you get to go first.
Let's go for a Glencarry. That sounds nice. I like that word.
Yeah,
Should we
it's
say
got
it's a hat? Yeah.
I bet it's a whiskey.
Oh, you should know. I mean, a Glencarry.
Glengarry.
Yeah.
OK, Glengarry. Say Carolyn and David, let's see if that's pointless. Is it a hat? It is.
Ooh.
A Glengarry is a hat. It just might be pointless. And it is! Very well done indeed. That's a pointless answer. Now then, Nick and Joanne, see if you can truffle out the other pointless answer there. 5 answers on the board.
We think that Glenross is a red herring because of Glengarry, so we think that's kind of one or the other. And then, so we're kind of going towards the top of the board, I think.
Gurnard's a fish, so...
Yeah? So we're going to go top one? Kepi?
Yeah, Kepi.
You're going to go Kepi. OK, let's see if Kepi is a pointless answer. Is right. Is it going to go all the way down to pointless? No, it's not, alas. It's a 3-pointer, which is also a hat, of course. There we are. Richard.
Yeah, it's a French military hat, the kepi. The other pointless answer at home, very well done if you said this. In fact, the name of the big white chef's hat is the toque. Yeah, absolutely. So well done if you said that. The other hat there, the other actual hat...
Is a Homburg.
Is a Homburg. That would have scored you 1. So the other 2 are incorrect. Gurnard is a fish. That's incorrect. And as you say, the David Mamet play is Glengarry Glen Ross. So Glen Ross was the other incorrect answer.
Thank you very much indeed, and well done. You managed to find 1 pointless answer, which means we add £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to £5,250. But who'll be paying for it? Let's find out in the head-to-head. The first player to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot, and you can now confer. Our first question in the head-to-head round is all about 2019 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you 5 of those now, pictures of them as well, and the first and last letter is the countries where you'd find them. But what are those countries, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Can you identify the countries in which you'd find these? We have got A, B, L. B, I, D. C, I, A. D, P, L. And E, S, H, K, A. There we are. Now, Carolyn and David, you're the golden couple, so you get to go first.
Go on, then.
Yeah, we'll go for E, South Korea.
E, South Korea. Say Carolyn and David. Now, Nick and Joanne, do you want to talk us through the rest of that board?
We're really very, very frantically trying to work out what D is. So A is Brazil. B, we think, is Iceland.
Yep.
C, we think, is India. So I reckon probably B, do you think? I don't know.
I'm awful at picking low scorers.
OK, we'll go with...
I wouldn't pick B, though.
We'll go with A. You want A, Brazil?
Yeah.
A,
Okay.
Brazil. So we have South Korea and we have Brazil. Carolyn and David went for South Korea for E. Let's see how many of our 100 people said South Korea. South Korea is right. And, ooh, 62 for South Korea. Meanwhile, Nick and Joanne have gone for A and said Brazil. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Brazil.
Is it right?
It's right. And it wins you the point. Down it goes to 39. Very well done indeed, Nick and Joanne. After 1 question, you're up 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, it's the letters, really, more than anything else in this, isn't it? Because there's no other country that starts with B and ends with L. B, there are 2 countries that start with this and end with that, but one of them doesn't look like that. And the other one is Iceland. Would have scored you 80 points. C, could be Indonesia, could be India, but it looks like India. It is India. Would have scored you 78. And the best answer, again, the only country in the world that starts with P and ends with L.
Portugal.
Portugal, yeah. That's Braga in Portugal. It's the best answer on the board. Would have scored 27.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, here comes your second question. Now, Carolyn and David, you have to win this one to stay in the game. So very, very best of luck, because Nick and Joanne get to answer it first. Our second question this afternoon is all about James Bond actors. Richard.
Yeah, 5 people who played James Bond at some point during their career, but in anagram form. Can you tell us who these are, please? Their names are in alphabetical order. So it's an anagram, but in alphabetical order.
OK, so here we have 5 anagrams, but in alphabetical order. Alphabetized anagrams of James Bond actors. And here we have these people. Asinorsi, Ebelnorsi, Ebignors, Ebsinopris, and Adeinv. There we are. I think that was helpful. Now, Nick and Joanne, you will go first.
Yeah. OK, we're going to go for the third one down, which we think is George Lazenby.
OK, George Lazenby for the third one down. Now then, Carolyn and David, which one are you going to go for?
Well, I love James Bond, as well as Henry VIII, and I love James Bond. And I also love this actor. And the bottom one is David Niven.
Ooh, David Niven.
good.
So we have George Lazenby and we have David
that's
Niven.
good,
Nick and Joanne went for George Lazenby for the middle one. Let's see how many of our 100 people got George Lazenby. George Lazenby is right. A good answer. Down you go to 34. Meanwhile, Carolyn and David have gone for the bottom one, David Niven. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people got David Niven. It's right. And, oh, 37 for David Niven. Wow. That's an unexpected turnaround. And that means Nick and Joanne, after only 2 questions, you're straight through to the final, 2-0.
Yeah, I'm amazed. It's a much more obscure answer, of course. He was in a spoof version of Casino Royale. I guess the anagram looked easier once you see the 2 Vs. Maybe people worked it out. But very, very surprised at that. There's 2 bigger answers up there. The top one, of course, is
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. He would have scored you 68. And the 4th one...
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan. You would have scored 49. Now, well done to our 100, because 9 people got this. The first person ever to play James Bond in a 1-hour American drama. And he's called Barry Nelson.
Wow.
9 points. Some very confusing scoring.
Thank you very much indeed. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, I'm afraid it's Carolyn and David. You've played so well today. It's been great to watch. And there you were, rightly, as our golden couple going into the head-to-head. And then Nick and Joanne just suddenly just whipped it out from under your nose. So I'm afraid this is where we say goodbye, but it's been lovely having you on the show. Thank you so much, Carolyn and David. But for Nick and Joanne, it's now time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Nick and Joanne. You have fought off all the competition and you've won our coveted Pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £5,250. Well, very well done. Can't argue with 2-0 in the head-to-head. Nuh-uh. Well, you know what happens. 4 things appear on the board behind me, and you just have to hope there's something up there that you can have a go at. Here's today's list. Royal marriages.
OK.
The year 1962. Sailing. Rap music.
Oh, they're appalling.
What, John? Go with what you're better at this than me, so you pick.
Royal marriages, but kind of with a degree of hesitancy.
OK, royal marriages.
OK, we're looking for any of the following, please. We are looking for any husband of Catherine of Aragon or Catherine Parr, either before or after they were queen. We're looking for the first name of any child or grandchild of Queen Alexandra or Dagmar, the Empress of Russia. Or we are looking for any attendant at the weddings of Meghan Markle or Princess Eugenie in 2018. That is anyone who is best man, maid of honour, bridesmaid or page boy at either of those weddings, please.
Thank you very much. As always, you've got up to a minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win the jackpot is for just one of your answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
I am.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
OK, I actually know Catherine of Aragon was married to Henry VIII's brother. So, so I can't remember what his name was.
Yeah.
And Catherine Parr, I know she was married to her music teacher, and she was married to somebody she used to work for, and it's in the lyrics of the song from Six, and I'm trying to remember it in my head, so work on those stuff and I'll get through.
Attendance at the wedding. I think David Beckham and Victoria Beckham were there.
Too obvious. Go lower. They were the Suits. Meghan Markle, she had all the guys from Suits, so we need some Suits actors. And again, I can't think of any of them, despite having watched it. OK, so... Harvey. Who plays Harvey? The really fit guy.
What about Prince George?
OK, yeah. Well, think of the little ones. Yeah. OK, go random on that. So let's think of some
10 seconds
royals. Viscount, what's his face? Oh, no, this is very bad. OK, Henry's
Princess Charlotte, Prince George.
Yeah, OK.
OK,
yeah,
that, I'm sorry to say, is your time up. Let's have your 3 answers. What can you give us?
Viscount, I want to say Viscount 7.
OK, Viscount 7.
Randomly
and this is
making it up.
in the last category.
Yeah. So I'm
Viscount
going
7.
with random royals.
Go Princess Charlotte.
Princess Charlotte.
Princess Charlotte.
And we'll go with Vogue Williams.
And Vogue
Williams.
Williams. OK, of those three answers, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Vogue
Williams will put last.
Yeah.
Least likely to be pointless?
Princess Charlotte.
Princess Charlotte, and then Viscount 7 goes in the middle.
Yeah.
OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order then, and here they are. We have got Princess Charlotte, Viscount 7, Vogue Williams. There we are. We were looking in all three cases for attendance at the weddings of Meghan Markle or Princess Eugenie. I think that's how you meant to say it. OK, now, you've given us three answers. They look like good answers to me. Who knows if they're right? Who knows if they're pointless? But wouldn't it be lovely if one of those won you that jackpot? What would you do with that if you won it? Nick?
Well, we're actually off to France next weekend with a bunch of our girlfriends. So that could be slightly messier than it's actually already planning to be.
Bit of a party.
So, yeah, I think we would make sure that we did have an incredibly good time in
OK,
France.
I think you probably would. Very good. Well, let's hope one of these answers wins that jackpot for you. Yep. Your first answer was Princess Charlotte. As I say, in all three cases, we're looking for attendance at the weddings either of Meghan Markle or Princess Eugenie. If Princess Charlotte is pointless, you leave here with a jackpot of £5,250. How many people said Princess Charlotte? It's right.
Right.
It just has to be pointless now. And £5,250 will be yours. Down we go through the 20... Oh, 27. OK.
I'm happy.
27. Same category. Second answer, you've gone for Viscount 7. Let's see if it's right. Let's see if Viscount 7 is pointless for £5,250. Oh, no bad luck.
I made it up, so it's fine.
There we are. It's fine.
It's fine.
We are sticking with the same category for attendance at the weddings either of Meghan Markle or Princess Eugenie, and you've gone for Vogue Williams. Your third and final answer. This came in at the last minute.
It did.
Let's hope it is right. Let's hope it's pointless for £5,250. How many of our 100 people said Vogue Williams? Oh, no, bad luck! Bad luck, I'm sorry. Well, you got one right. But I'm afraid you didn't manage to find the all-important pointless answer, so I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot. But you win today's trophies, so very well done for that. You've done very well.
Yeah, very well played. Let's take a look, shall we? We'll start with the husbands of those two Catherines. There's two pointless answers here. They're both... the first two husbands are Catherine Parr. They're Baron Latimer and Edward Burgh. Very well done if you said any of those at home. Henry VIII, Prince Arthur, Thomas Seymour were the only other answers there. Now, the descendants of Queen Alexandra or the Empress of Russia. Lots of answers here. Maud, Michael, Olaf, Xenia, Andrei, Dmitri, Fyodor, Guri, Irina, Maria, Nikita, Tikhon and Vasily. All of those were pointless answers. And finally, let's take a look at some of those attendants, shall we? Two of Eugenie's bridesmaids, Ida Phillips and Maud Windsor. Ivy Mulroney, who was Meghan's bridesmaid, and Jack Brooksbank's best man, Thomas Brooksbank, as well. Duke of Cambridge was the biggest scorer there with 35.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard, and thanks once again, Nick and Joanne. I'm sorry you didn't win the jackpot today. That will therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £6,250. Join us then, see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.